Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started. Good morning. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2010. This morning we're talking about Japan doing it again. And that's right, folks, we're talking about intervention in the currency market. Now, they haven't officially come out and said, yes, in fact, we did intervene. But as you can see here from this chart, some very suspicious movement in yen. This is a 15-minute chart. We're looking dollar-yen. Very suspicious movement, considering that their financial markets are closed for holiday right now. Now, I mentioned yesterday that the market may try and test the Bank of Japan over this holiday to see if they can, start getting it to strengthen again. But it appears as though, they are willing to come in and defend whenever, wherever need be. So you can see this move here, but looks like the selling wasn't as large, obviously, as last week's intervention. And you can see here that the market's pretty much blown it off, and it's retraced, and it's actually back to where it was beforehand. But you can see this is versus dollar versus yen. Okay, we can see that yen is strong versus some of the other currencies. Aussie. Okay, we can also look at the euro. All right, now one of the things that we have going on here is this is the battle here between dollar and yen, and this is going to really start to heat up as this race to the bottom starts to happen. So I'll get to that in a minute, but I just want to show you real quick. We're just going to look at the euro. Euro was higher this morning. German business confidence figures came in better than expected for their current assessment, although they revised the outlook a little bit lower going forward. So as long as they can hang on and maintain what's going on with their the countries that have these debt problems going on, then the euro should stand to benefit from a weakening dollar. As you can see here, Aussie's higher, risk taking. We also have the loonie higher, also on risk taking. Now you have 103 here was showing as a little bit of support prior to, and now that it's broken down, that old support here now becomes resistance. So we've got the loonie higher, oil's higher, and there's the fear is really starting to heat up now that Bernanke and the Fed are going to start this monetary easing here in the U.S. A lot sooner than later. So there's really not a ton of news out there today, but one of the data points we did get helping out the U.S. economy a little bit was your durable goods orders. Those came in better than expected, less transportation. So it means that people are still are buying these big capital expenditures, which is a good thing for the economy, and that also helps encourage risk taking. Now in a little while we're going to get the new home sales figures coming out, and they are largely expected to be a little bit better than last month's abysmal numbers. So keep an eye at the 10 o'clock hour Eastern Standard Time to see if you get any market movement. Looks like we could potentially see some reversals, which means I'm thinking maybe that number might not be as good as expected, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to move the markets like that. So really, we're just in a classic sort of risk-taking day. We've got the loonie leading a little bit ahead of the Aussie here, and the Kiwi's a little bit lower based on those GDP figures from the other day. But if you think about it, it's the Bank of Japan and the U.S. they want you to earn interest. Okay, they want you to sell their currencies and buy the currencies of other countries through carry trades. Okay, you're not going to get interest in either of their countries, but they're essentially telling you we are going to try and weaken our currency. All right, you would be better off putting your money elsewhere, and that's what they're saying. So, the way to do that is you go into carry trades. Okay, right here, Aussie yen. That's one of the biggest carry traded pairs out there. All right, it's got one of the largest interest rate differentials. You're selling yen, you're buying Aussie. Yen interest is 0.1%. Aussie's at 4.5%. You're making 4.4% in an interest rate differential. Okay, we can also look at something a little bit odd that we don't take a look at very often, but look at dollar versus South African rand. All right, I don't even know what the interest rate differential is here. I think it's around 7 or 8%. So money's starting to flow into some of these exotic currencies from some of these emerging markets. You talk about some of these currencies in Asia. You've got the Thai baht, the ringgit. Some of the South American countries, the Brazilian real. These are all areas that are seeing massive money flows going in. And if you think about it, as money goes in and their currency strengthens, those economies improve. So you can really sort of see the shift in dynamic around the globe in where sort of the money's flowing to. And that's the beauty of the currency market, is that you have exposure, and you can get exposure to all of these different countries. You don't have to worry about picking stock XYZ in Brazil. I mean, how are you going to know if this mining company is better than that mining company, or what have you? Sure, you can call your broker, but I can tell you your broker doesn't know either. Sure, they probably have a research team behind them, but you know what? If you think the Brazilian economy is going to do better, buy the real. Sell the dollar. I mean, Japan and the U.S. are telling you, sell our currencies. And that's really what this comes down to. So, if you're not involved in the currency market yet, and you're not taking advantage of these opportunities, I highly encourage you to do so. So, anyway, that's what I've got for today, for this Friday. Good trading and a good weekend to all.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.